Okay, so I'm skipping the intro today. I got some extremely mega important news and some Sega Sonic CD3 news, Adventure 3 news. Anyway, still follow me at BitChute, Brighteon, and a bunch of other places like Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., etc. You know how it is, but I don't know if I read this one, but it says Sega creative director believes the next mini console will be SG-1000, Sega Genesis 1000, or Mini, or Dreamcast Mini. Of course, I feel like it's going to be a Dreamcast Mini. It comes from Sicker from my Nintendo News. I think it's been almost 2 years the last time I read from them, more or less. And the last time I even did Sega News was like April or May, so about 4.5 months ago. So it's been a long as heck time. The last time I read from this is a shorter article. The other one's gonna be real long. I think I did on my reaction video the other day. Links to description box down below if you want to check that out. It was right after I did Genshin Impact. It sells over 17 million download apps. Same with the other one, Guilty Gear, which luckily I didn't get copyright strike or claim, which I'm surprised I didn't. I probably will eventually though, more or less. As sad as that crap is, but other credit news comes from Sicker from my Nintendo News. So it's the latest of Famitsu's contains interview with Sega director Yusuke Okanari. The interview is based on around the Sega Mini Genesis system or Sega Gamegear micro has just been released in Japan, which that was a while ago. And it was like I said, April, May. This has been the springtime, a couple months ago, 4.5 months. It's been released in Japan, and Mr. Okanari, and it was quizzed above as the company's future plans are lucrative to the mini console. Mr. Okanari said that while it hasn't been decided, the next line would probably be either very early Sega Genesis 1000, I think that's Game Gear, Sega Gear. I remember there was Netgear back in the days when I was a 90s, early 2000s kid, those N-Gage and N-Gear. I was a really old school fan. It was like early 2000s, like 2001 or 2. Someone was still in the East Coast in New York City back then, Harlem. It's crazy as hell. That was Spanish Harlem's wild. That's a whole other separate video, but it's a real good time. The N-Gage was really awesome. I remember a lot of my older cousins, my older friends had it. They're probably their late 30s or 40s now. Let's move on. The next line will probably be that Dreamcast Mini. Here's some quotes by Yusuke Okinari for the interview. Okay. I remember reading this one. This is old. But, of course, I'm going to read this part. Of course, it doesn't mean we can all realize. We can realize all without them, or with them. We are also thinking about the projects that nobody's imagined. The projects are moved to a sustainable amount of money, so we're working on the first one that, realistically speaking, has the highest possibility. So all I'm doing is pure Sega news today. This is going to be a nice, short, sweet, to-the-point video, hopefully. 6-7 minutes. The Game Gear also sold domestically only in Japan, so what we do with the next one, I feel like the project's scope will be much bigger as we gaze upon the world. Very cryptic, occultic symbolism language, but Sega has a lot of crazy Freemason Illuminati symbolism, so I'm not surprised. Not even gonna get into that. So you know how the YouTube algorithm is with that shit. Well, let's continue forward. At this time, next year, it'll be 2 years, year or 2 years after the Mega Drive Mini, we can't wait that quickly. He laughs. I don't know if he's scoffing or if he's laughing. Hopefully he's laughing with us and not at us, but let's move on. I think for the next one, we may go to accept a Mega Drive. I had to say the names. I remember reading this. It could be Sega Gear 1000 or Mini or Dreamcast Mini. And yeah, there goes a lot of other different extra sources. I gotta credit is due. And this goes even deeper with the Sonic one. This one, I feel like I blew the lid off this one, in my own personal humble opinion, but I'm going to read it on my phone. So I read the first half of this in my reaction video the other day. So links to the description box down below if you want to watch my reaction to Guilty Gear Strive with the chick Giovanna in it and this Sonic the Hedgehog like cartoon animation. It was based off of the, what's it called? The original Sega CD where Amy Rose is still Rosie the Rascal. So I'll leave that in the description box down below if you friends want to check it out your own self. This came from Diane Disanaki. I'm still not saying that dude's last name. It's extremely cryptic. Not cryptic, but impossible. I think it's Dasanaki? I apologize for that. A scam call. Oh, here it is. Responding. No, that wasn't that. Oh, earlier this year, rumors. I'm going to read the second part that I didn't get to read before. Rumors of the emerged that Sega was planning on a Sonic Adventure theme event towards the end of 2020, which will be more fun to fuel for the fire about the possible inbound sequel. According to a post by Nintendo Life, this is from expressuk.net. You guys can see this. I hope you can see this eventually, if it never pops the hell out. Which adds more fuel to the fire about possible inbound sequels. According to a post by Nintendo Life, it was claimed that Sega Japan was prepping the event, which would see, I'm probably going to butcher his name, Izako Sakimoto sign a Sonic Adventure theme opening song, Open Your Heart. Oh my god, I remember that was one of the biggest old school nostalgia games. Absolute all freaking time. Oh my god. I just got a nerd boner just thinking about that. Sega Japan was preparing the event, like I just said. It remains to be seen whether this rumor event still ends up happening or will later on be as a result of a possible delay caused by the pandemic scamdemic virus. Sonic Adventure was a Dreamcast launch in Europe, North America, over here in the West. Not in the East, unfortunately. I really wish it would have been in Asia first. It's weird. It should have been in Japan first. I don't know why it wasn't. It was launched in Europe, North America, the United States, and Canada, of course. While it launched shortly after Sega's last home console debuted back in Japan of 1998. Oh god, it was like 9 or 10 at that time. Ah, man, I really wish you guys can see these pictures. Hopefully you can. Mathematically speaking, Sonic is aesthetically pleasing. Mike Pollack says, Schoolhouse Rock, there's magic number. Yeah, that's what it was. And there it is, finally. 634, 635. This is what I wanted you to see. This is freaking crazy, man. Mathematically speaking, Sonic is... This is the original freaking voice actor for Eggman. I think it was in mid-late 90s cartoons. That was Steve Urkel from Family Matters. He's the one that did the original Sonic voice. And the whole BL plus M and like, oh, the LGBTQ plus, oh, don't say, oh, black people couldn't get a freaking chance to do voice acting. No, he did. And it was like the mid-late 90s, too, when I was growing up. I used to look up to him like my hero, man. He was like the best old-school nerdist dudes in the world. And he was black. I didn't give a crap about that. Anyways, let's move on. I think I was like 6 or 7 at the time, mid-late 90s. Mathematically speaking, Sonic Adventure's new confirmed. Okay, here we go. Sequels later. Released for the Dreamcast in 2001, which a console last year on the shelves. That doesn't make sense. Whatever. Ports of both the Sonic Adventure games have since been released onto the Nintendo GameCube, Windows PC, Xbox 360, and the PS3. Sonic will celebrate his 30 years in June 23rd, 2021, which is next year. I don't even know if we're going to get to next year, if any scary EMP thing from Russia or China happens, some scary attack happens like that, we might not have to live like I say Mormons Amish, which I don't want that to happen. I hope it doesn't. Have exciting plans to store, mark, and huge occasions. Supported by VGC, Sega is also planning a year's of celebration, which includes new great digital content and major announcements as a tailored licensing program, quote unquote. And I guess this is all the sponsors. Yeah, okay. I don't care about that. Yeah, so overall thoughts, views, and opinions, some pretty big-ass freaking news. Absolutely spot on. And they said number 3's in here, too. So that's gotta be some sort of notification indication that Sonic Adventure 3 is going to happen. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm out of here. Links to Discord box down below. Card title on the side, and I will see you soon. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, otakus, and Nikki Komoris out there. I will see you when I see you. Guys, a good day, have a good night, wherever you're at in the universe out there. Stay tuned for your content channel, including video game and industry news, and news, social Twitch, drama news. Peace out, my sauerkraut, ladies, goodbye. I'll see you on the flip side. I'm out, stay safe, and see you guys later. Goodbye, and I'm gone.